Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Harz Lüning, and the master taster of Whisky.com. And today we have a Willowburn Ember Batch 001 here on my cask. It's around 70 euros dollars pounds. It's 45.9 ABV. It's not non-chill filtered, uncolored, and lightly smoky. But you won't remember that name. It's a new name, Willowburn. That's a distillery, a German distillery in the Harz Mountains. Harz is a solitary mountain in the middle to north of Germany. And in former times it was divided by the frontier between East Germany and West Germany. So it's quite remote, not very well developed, a good area for tourism. And the distillery is located at a small river called the Elsbach. And a river in a small valley, and the Scottish name for valley is Glen, and so they called the whiskey in former times Glen Els. But the Scotch Whisky Association wasn't amused, and I sent a letter to the distillery lots of years ago and said, be careful, the Scotch Whisky Association does not like that. I did not tell them, because what shall I do? I just issue a warning. But it took years and years, and Glen Els grew and flourished. And then we heard, well, the Scotch Whisky Association took action, and now they had to change their name. And so there are two now. One is called now Elsburn. That's close to the same, but the Gaelic word Glen isn't in that. And the Willowburn is the second brand of that distillery with that slightly smoky character. The distillery was founded in 2002 and looks quite similar to a normal malt whiskey distillery. They use normal peated malt as well as wood-smoked malt. That's quite different and tastes already different. And it's unchill filtered, it's uncolored, and it's matured in European sweet wine hogsheads from South Europe. Whatever that is. There are a lot of barrique casks, and they all have this hogshead size, 250 liters or 240 liters approximately. And this batch is limited to 2,876 bottles. And that's it, 45.9, so I will have that neat. No cork, plastic, avoid that cork smell. And that's quite typical for smaller distilleries. They typically are torn over the table by the cork producers. They give them those corks which aren't that good and tend to. I have no proof, but I heard it a lot from the smaller producers that they always fight against those bad cork smell. So the peat smoke isn't that strong. 10, 15 ppm at most, probably a little less. Maltiness roasted almonds, caramel, going over to chocolate. Yeah, the smokiness is becoming bigger, stronger. A little fruit cake, a little bit of Christmas cake. Yeah. Prost. It's just the right balance between alcohol, cask, and distillery character. Quite the right balance. A typical malt whiskey with a little, well, intense sweet wine influence. Not so sweet, but say fruity, fortified wine intensity. It's said that there are sherry, port, Malaga or Marron, Grand Cru, Claret, Muscatel and Marsala casks in that bottling. And that's a lot of different casks, and the potpourri is quite big in this one. So you can't exactly figure out this is the sherry cask, that's the port wine. So it's just a big, big mouthful, big mix of those wines. And on top of that is a lightly smoky note. Yeah. Very well done, and very intense one, so that you might not be able to have a second a different malt in the evening. So if you reach this one, this would be the last on that day. Yeah, quite intense. And in the aftertaste now, I feel a little bit of this chocolate coffee, dark chocolate coffee, light bitter aftertaste. Yeah, intense, impressive. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned. There's more to come.